Welcome in to this Wednesday edition, Blue Sky Live, here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal McCready, Clark Ford Studio. Neal's restocked the cooler with something new on the bottom shelf there. Just noticing that. What is that?
What's
the green can?
Stone Delicious IPA.
What is that? Where's that from?
Stone.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Did you just pick it up and what do we do?
I've had it before. It's really good.
Okay.
There's just kind of some beer everywhere in our house.
There's beer everywhere. Is
bit.
that the phrasing for it? There's
less
just beer everywhere.
There's less beer now than there was last night. I'll say that.
The beer level has diminished in the last 18 hours. Is what he is.
Yeah, it absolutely diminished some last night.
Okay.
From starting at about 6:30 until about 10 o'clock.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, I was regretfully not asleep at 10 o'clock last night. So, all right, just a couple things off the top regarding Lane. I don't know. I just after an ill-conceived, poorly written message board post last night.
We should talk about Clark Ford and all those things.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Making sure because I think we forgot. I think we forgot to go there at the start yesterday.
Did we really?
I think so.
No kidding.
I think so.
Never done that before.
No.
I mean, even when we go, hey, hold on a minute. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, go ahead then. Fine. Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi. I'm now 55 throughout North Mississippi as well. Most places there's a Blue Sky. There is also a Sweet Daddy's. They can help you out with catering, lunch specials, and so much more. $5.69, couple sides of bread, any size fountain drink. Your tailgate selections, got proteins, got brisket, got pork, got sides, desserts, plenty of items there with Sweet Daddy's. Call ahead, and they'll have it wrapped up and ready to go for you. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford Studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi. 662-257-1900 is the number. Call it. Ask for my friend Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. Right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop it around. You can do what I've done. What I recommend that you do, let's hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guests will join later today, tomorrow on the Campbell Clinic hotline in the Clark Ford Studios. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Okay, there we go. No, I just had never seen that can before, so
it's a very good IPA.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you would have had to have made room to then put them in.
Yeah,
so
well, I made room.
That's a good point. I mean,
room was made.
Room was made. I mean, really, just it's being efficient if you think about it. And those.
Yeah, I had the Thunder Rockets game on, and I actually watched by accident a decent amount of Louisiana Tech Western Kentucky football last night in Ruston. Good game. Western Kentucky won in overtime.
Did they?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Good game.
Who's our coach?
Coach
Topper.
Coach Topper.
Okay.
That's who.
Yeah. So, okay.
You told people to calm down, Chase. You're like, hey, can we all take a breath here?
I think that's what I use. So, a couple things.
I read it and went,
and a lot of our OGs, you've been around for a minute, you get how this works. But we do have a lot of new listeners and readers.
We do.
I appreciate most of you. And it's one of those deals where it's a couple different things. Covering things like coaching decisions and coaching searches. There's like 2 or 3 tenets to this. So, yeah, we're going to spend a minute. Is number one, it's an ongoing narrative. Things change. Things move. Everybody hates and makes fun of us for using the word fluid, but there are a lot of things that are fluid in these things.
Why do people not like that word?
I don't know. They hate that one word for some reason. And and here's my ask. And you guys who have been with us for so long, you get it and you're with us and we appreciate you and I love you, is just judge us by our work, which leads to tenet number 2, which was most of the time we don't use read between the lines. And if we want you to read between the lines, frankly, we tell you to read between the lines. I think that is a key distinguishing factor here, is that if I'm saying something without saying it, I will tell you, hey, be smart for a minute here. Like, I can't, whatever, but come on, get there with me. Like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm just telling you what I hear. And what's happening a little bit on the board right now is two things. And I'm kind of cautioning and asking at the same time is we're doing a lot of like gotcha stuff or come out and say it. And it's like, okay, you're kind of missing the point. And then two, just sort of hang with us because I understand why information that doesn't come out creates vacuums. We talk about this all the time. And what is going on right now is so many people who know one person sort of kind of connected, kind of downstream is giving these definitive statements. And we will tell you when it's time for a definitive statement. We are not in definitive statement time.
At all.
So hang there. And we're working on it. Again, every day could bring some okay, this is two things. Every day could bring something. Also, in my point of last night's post, you can read it, rebels247.com, judging by view count, plenty of Swamp 24/7 people read it last night because it seemed to blow up. I have not gone over there. I refuse to go over there.
Yeah, I did an interview with their guy yesterday, and he published basically every word that I said. And I've heard about some feedback, but I
said, refuse.
I said
I'm not headed over there.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, that's not a neighborhood I'm partaking in right now.
No,
so
I've got enough on my plate. Yeah, I don't need that.
That's across the tracks. We're good. So
yeah.
Point saying all that is that we'll tell you what we hear. We're digging. We know a lot of people in different ways. We've talked about this, but we haven't really discussed this with new listeners, new readers. And I'm assuming a lot of message board people have probably pulled up the show or will pull up the show today because of the topic. Is a lot of our success on coaching situations over the years has been that Neal has a very varied career nationally and regionally and knows a lot of people that can help from outside, whereas I'm pretty well connected inside. And because of that, we cover a lot of ground. And frankly, on this beat specifically, way more from a sourcing standpoint than anybody else, just simply from those reasons.
Without stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah. I mean, it's very rare that we talk to the same person. I mean, like this week, I know you took a phone call that I didn't get. And like that doesn't happen very often where somebody calls both of us back to back because it just doesn't work like that. In saying that, and my point was, something like this. Okay, let me say one thing, and I'll finish that thought. Is my point last night was judging off information that I received yesterday that I completely trust. Because again, you have different levels of sources, and it was impeccable. Was that barring something that would shock everyone, and I mean everyone when I say everyone, Lane Kiffin is not going to make a public or even probably private decision for a while. I mean, not this week, not next week, probably not weeks. I don't think anything is coming of legitimate news value publicly for potentially the majority of the season, maybe the whole season. And I mean regular season when I say that.
Agreed.
So because of that, you're just going to drive yourself insane expecting every 10 minutes there to be some news. The decisions don't work like that. The news system doesn't work like that. That's just not how this operates. So my point last night was just simply, here's the actual news, is that contrary to what had come out, nothing was imminent. Nothing is happening prior to the game against against Oklahoma on Saturday, probably before South Carolina next week. Probably Citadel on down the road, Florida, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a minute. Well, again, we'll continue to work. We'll reassess. But as of now, that is completely what I expect. And because of that, that was newsworthy. That, hey, no, we're no longer doing anything on a day period here. This is a week's period at this point. We have shifted in that way based off information that we have had. I know lack of news is driving everybody crazy. And lack of news is just going to happen.
Look, here's the thing. I don't know exactly what happened on Friday, but something happened on Friday to put this like on some sort of a clock. And I don't think that was the intention.
Not even a little bit.
And so on Sunday, when Lane Kiffin was asked about it, this is where he gets put in a tough spot. Because what is he supposed to say? Because here's I'm not defending anyone. I'm just reading the tea leaves. If you, as a coach, or as anything, you want to explore the landscape. You want to explore your value. You want to explore your options.
To any degree above zero. Any degree.
Right. You have to wait until the window is there for you to do it. And that window isn't open on October the 22nd for him to do that. He's got a monumentally big football game to coach on Saturday. Literally 74 hours from now. That's where his focus is. So, yeah, if the news, I guess, and again, I question how it became so public, to be honest. I do. I have a difficult time believing that was intentional. Because it would be antithetical to the way that those same people operate. But the news was essentially, yes, we would love to give him a contract. We would love to lock him up. We would love to give him a Curt Cignetti-style deal and be done. Well, at Indiana, Curt Cignetti was ready to do that. At Ole Miss, at least from our sourcing, Lane Kiffin's not yet ready to do that. That doesn't mean that he won't eventually do it, but he's not ready to do it on October the 22nd. Is that because he's interested in other offerings specifically? I don't know. Is that because he wants to see what the landscape looks like? I don't know. Is that because this is how he typically always does it? I don't know. Lane's not going to give you those answers. Now, there are going to be people around in the industry that will be able to kind of give you a bead on those answers, but he doesn't have those answers yet. So he obviously doesn't want to close off all of his options at this point, nor does he want to get distracted. And so you've got this void of information that leads to people going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And frankly, to some media outlets doing speculative stuff that's basically kind of ill-informed.
Yeah, you guys, here's my advice, is that, look, opinion, okay? Somewhat educated opinion. This is not me reporting. I believe there is something about the Florida job that is intriguing to Lane Kiffin.
Yes.
And if there is anything intriguing about that job, he is simply not going to do anything right now. He's not going to sign the contract. He's not going to come out and sing the alma mater. He's going to coach his football team and let things play out and wait and allow his representation to work.
Yes.
One James Sexton. So,
I mean, Chris Lowe basically wrote as much, and Chris is very tied into this. And, Lane views, that there's a Steve Spurrier angle to this. There's a lot there. But,
But if you're the final part of that point, the predicate was that if you are going to freak out just simply because he has some level of interest, then you're just going to have to freak out because that just is what it is. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That is my educated opinion, and I believe it to be accurate, even if he ends up signing the extension and singing the alma mater in November.
Sure.
Again, that does not mean he's leaving. What is frustrating me, and I know it's a small number, probably none of you, but a small number in general, that even a tickle of interest turns into, oh my God, you're saying he's leaving 100%. It's like, oh Jesus. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that go definitively he is staying no matter what, you are wrong, and you are creating and harming the truth in this instance. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
So no, it's Neal was correct, in my opinion, the other day, that Lane will stay if he believes that it gives him the best chance to win a national championship.
Chase, I'm going to tell you this. I know body language.
Yeah.
I've covered Kiffin now for 6 years. I've been on the road, and in those road environments, you get pretty close because you're usually sitting at a table that's about 3 feet away. He had walked off that field in Athens. That is the environment that he wants to be in. Okay? I mean, you can get into a debate about semantics and whatnot. That he was not moving on from that game Saturday. He wanted desperately to win that game. Had spent 3 weeks preparing for that game. And they couldn't do it, and he was beyond frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, Grimes makes a good point. He goes, for a loss to Georgia at Georgia to call all this is a little weird. A lot of good teams lose in Athens. It is weird.
It
It is weird.
It is, but
it's just as weird as this is what's frustrating me right now. I'm just going to be really honest for a second, is that there's sentences I want to say, and yet I know there is a small percentage that is so freaking vocal that when I say it, you're going to take me so out of context that I'm going to spend my day pissed off about it. That is frankly my problem right now.
Well, I can offer you, if you want to come fill in for me on some podcast today, you can do that, and that way you won't have time to answer. You can take Pete tonight. That'll distract you.
I'm not saying this is going to dictate Lane's decision in any capacity. This game at Oklahoma is really big for just setting mood the rest of the way
100%.
in so many ways.
I will say again what I said yesterday. It's the most potentially consequential game that he's.
But that is going to get turned into me saying if Ole Miss loses the game, he's leaving, and that's not what I'm saying.
It's not what you said.
But no one gives two shits about nuance right now at all.
Well,
a small but minority.
Let's be real. There's a very small minority that's not smart enough to pick up nuance,
and is so emotional that it just everything's.
And those are the same people those are the Meatloaf Monday people.
Yeah,
they don't understand that something can be true on October the 22nd and not true on November the 25th.
Yeah,
and that's just reality. And it's difficult sometimes to do that because you're calling people stupid. But yeah, they're stupid. I say it out loud. You can't help it. You can't lead every horse. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
Well, it was kind of, and again,
I mean, it is what it is.
I tried to explain this last night, and again, I know most of you guys get this, and we're going to move on in a minute. I gave you the news that I had that I thought was relevant to the discussion moving forward, and then the answer is, well, okay, what is it that you knew to get you there? And it's like, I can't tell you.
No,
that.
Of course not.
And frankly, you don't want me to tell you.
No.
That. You will really not sleep if I tell you everything I have heard yesterday.
100%.
So I'm just giving you the information you need to know to the best that I can that also protects sources in the process.
Well, and then people do the percentage thing. What's your percentage? I don't know. And my percentage.
I'm not. I understand why a percentage is an easy question to ask. I'm not criticizing you asking for a percentage, but it's almost impossible to answer.
Yeah, because
what
does it even mean?
I mean, 80 and 55, is there really a difference? No. I mean, anything less than 0, 100, and anything more than 0 is kind of the same thing right now.
Yes. Because and a percentage, if you were to put a percentage on something today, it might be different by the end of the day.
Well, Sunday and Monday. Or Sunday to Tuesday. My percentage would by far been different on Sunday to Tuesday. I had 2 conversations yesterday that would have shifted my percentage.
Yeah. My percentage on Friday compared to what my percentage is today are markedly different. But that doesn't mean that by this time next week I have a different percentage.
And my last thought on this for this right now. So I guess all this to say, we've done this plenty of times. We're going to tell you what we hear. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to read between lines unless we tell you to. We're just going to talk to you through things going on. That's all it is. That's funny.
It was funny.
He's made me lose my train of thought now. I've laughed at a text we got. Now I'm thrown off.
You can't handle the truth.
I will say this. And again, I'm not saying Lane should or should not balance this. But 2022, people rallied around Lane's decision, raised a lot of money, kind of bought into a higher level off of that. People are so strung out on donations and paying right now. I do not foresee that happening again. No. I think you play that one time. And again, that's not a criticism of Lane wanting to look around or whatever he's doing or not doing. That's not my point. I'm just saying human nature and the way the investment works. Because here's the deal, too. I mean, and I get this, guys. A lot of you guys are a little more emotional right now because you have a stake in it in your mind. You're paying a lot of money for a roster. And in your mind, you're going, hey, don't do anything that hurts this current season and what is possible or not possible with this team. And I understand it. I get it. I completely get it for you in that context. I do. Yeah, I mean, and look, I mean, again, if reading for Ginger there, if he goes to Florida, again, all the ifs, whatever. This is just a comment about a hypothetical. He has to go deal with that shit show And if it works, then he may okay, fine. And if it doesn't, you get to laugh at him. They play in Oxford next year.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I mean, he has to still coach there.
I'm going to go here with this. I think he's absolutely interested. Being interested doesn't mean you're going to take something.
No.
I mean, on a much smaller scale, right? Much smaller scale, lot less public. I listened to a lot of people over the last year.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I explored some things that I was interested in that I ultimately didn't do. But I was interested. I was like, well, it wouldn't hurt me to have a conversation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll jump on a Zoom call. Sure. I'll sit down and have a cup of coffee and listen. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not comparing me to Lane Kiffin because that's ridiculous.
But from a human nature standpoint, it fits. Yeah,
100. So is there a world where Lane...
it's in Gainesville next year? Sorry. Okay. I was wrong.
Is there a world where Lane Kiffin wants to ask some questions? Sure. Of course.
Where Lane is legitimately in a weird spot, and I mean this sincerely on his side, is that if they lose on Saturday, there's going to be a narrative that his lack of a comment cost him the game.
Yeah, and
I just don't think that's true.
I don't in this era of college football, I don't buy that at all. Sorry. There will be people that might get emotional and do that. We won't, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it's why they lost at Arkansas 3 years ago. It's why they lost Mississippi State. I mean, were players frustrated? Sure. That was kind of a different era, though. Now, if half the team is probably thinking about next year. That doesn't mean that they're not prepared to play on Saturday. They're not robots. There's kids that are at Oklahoma right now that I promise you are already kind of privately exploring their options.
And what I kind of got, and we're going to break after this, got a very relevant first to add in a second, is, and I talked to some, and like non-booster people yesterday, just fans. I mean, I'm not at the meeting. I'm just saying I talked to some friends, fans, and whatnot. I think what's coming out a little bit, and you guys have to tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, is in a world where he left, I think you're frustrated that the reasoning is going to be that you couldn't do something, or it was Ole Miss's fault, or all those seeds that were planted about attendance and money and all those things are why, instead of the fact that, frankly, they had a roster that should have done something that didn't, and it wasn't anything to do with anything but the team and coaching and different things last year. And I think that is bleeding through this a little bit in a quote-unquote worst case where he were to leave, whether it be Florida, LSU, Arkansas, Kentucky, or the Easter Bunny. So
that'd be interesting if he went to go work for the Easter Bunny.
Be kind of cool. It's the worst of those types.
I just can't even imagine Lane and the Easter Bunny trying to
coexist,
figure out how to
navigate those logistics,
how to develop synergy.
Yeah,
because when Lane goes, "Hey, I'm going to yoga," the Easter Bunny's gonna be like, "Dude,
how big is the Easter Bunny? Is he a really big bunny? Human-sized bunny?
I think he's like human-sized bunny, right?
So like 5'11".
Yeah, I mean 6 feet tall, roughly.
Okay,
6 feet
with the ears though, because then he's kind of like.
No, I would think the ears don't. If you measure the Easter Bunny, you don't measure him at his ears.
You don't?
You measure at the top of his head, not the ears. No, the ears are like the antenna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you wouldn't measure his ears.
Oh.
Because that would make him like 7 feet tall.
Okay. But he doesn't have to duck under doorways.
I mean, I would think that he probably does, but like his ears are probably such that they would bend. They're pliable.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably not. If he were to hit a doorway with his ears,
it's okay.
It probably wouldn't hurt.
Like an antenna. Just
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would think. I just would think like the Easter Bunny, as you get close to the spring, for example,
mm-hmm.
and Lane says, "Hey, I'm going to hot yoga for a minute." The Easter Bunny's gonna be like, "Dude,
not right now.
These eggs are not going to paint themselves."
Yeah. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp, guys. BetterHelp, October 10th. It was World Mental Health Day this year, saying thank you, therapists. Life can be tough on and off the field. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Millions of stories, millions of journeys. Behind every one's a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like learning to relate to your kids, relationships, coping with loss, football coaches, can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and therapists who make them possible while showcasing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. help. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on 1.7 million client reviews. Listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/MPW. That's betterhelp.com/MPW.
This is a good question. You think the football guys know the Easter Bunny?
Oh, when they don't, that's not the same neighborhood, but maybe
Like do they
like
ever
union
cross
meetings or
paths?
something,
Yeah, like
just on the way in and out.
just to talk about common problems.
They have common problems.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. Maybe a lot of people making wishes, like the Tooth Fairy, for example, probably has to sometimes want to talk to the football gods. Like you won't believe what they asked for.
It's fair. I don't know.
Santa Claus.
Well, definitely him.
He's probably the president of the whole thing.
Most seniority.
Yeah.
Been there the longest.
You think he's been longer than the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding areas, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, South Haven, Memphis, or those areas, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered, proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016. They take care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters, everyday laundry. 662-638-3149, 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark condominiums. We're brought to you by ENT Physicians of North Mississippi as the largest private ENT practice in the state. Their goal is simple, delivering fast, expert, comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, voice-related needs. They have same-day or next-day appointments, ENT urgent care, in-office CT scans, same-day allergy testing, hearing aids, and much more. They're committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or 662-844-6513. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with a personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Sego Wealth Management, specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. And we're brought to you by Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's located at the old Lamons Jewelry Building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. Essentially, they can do anything you need from a jewelry standpoint: repairs, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, genuine color stones, diamond jewelry, flexible bangles, diamond pendants, earrings, bracelets, and more. They want to be your jeweler. Great place for your Christmas shopping as well at Arnett's.
Podcast also brought to you by The Firm. Does your home and auto insurance keep going up? With the folks at The Firm, proud Liberty Mutual and Safeco Insurance Agency partner. Take a look. Founded by Ole Miss alum Brian Hayden, The Firm services the entire Southeastern Conference. Get together coverages, protect you and your family without breaking the bank. Schedule a consultation, 662-236-1101, or email staff@thefirmsouth.com. That's 662-236-1101. staff@thefirmsouth.com. Podcast also brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions, newalbanypharmacy.com. New website, great people there with Michael and Lauren Warren. They're at 140 Fairfield Drive in New Albany, 662-539-7777. Family-owned, excellent service. A lot of gifts for all ages, home decor, jewelry, and much more. Tell them you heard about them from MPW Digital. 15% off any non-medical purchase. Again, newalbanypharmacy.com. Okay. I don't know that I have a final thought there, really. I was kind of reading through the stream a little bit, but I think we covered most of it at this juncture.
I wrote about this in my mailbag some too. This whole if he were to leave, it means everything he said is a lie. No, it doesn't. It does. That's way too. That's lacking nuance. That's way too black and white. No, it doesn't. If he leaves, it just means that he views, and it's him viewing. It doesn't mean it's true.
That was kind of my point with, I mean, yeah, I mean, history and scoreboards are the only thing that, or future and scoreboards are the only thing that are going to bear it out one way or the other.
Yeah. If he leaves, it's because he views another opportunity as a better chance to win a championship.
Period.
It's not about money. He's going to get paid anyway, boys and girls. I'm tired of that one.
Other media members, shut up about salary. My God, it has nothing to do with salary. He's going to get a bag no matter what. Ole Miss is the contract is written. Okay, if he wanted to, like, the money's there. Shut up.
I mean, I'll say what I've heard. You and I haven't even talked about this.
No,
I've heard Ole Miss is prepared to make him a top 3 paid coach in the country. He's going to get paid.
yeah, whatever.
I mean, the money. It's not about money.
It's not about staff money. It's not about any of that.
It's not about money.
No, period. I don't mean salary when I say money. Money.
Period. It's not about money. If he leaves, it's because he views another opportunity as a better chance to win a championship. And he might be right, and he might be wrong. And he might just want to explore. I'm interested in he hasn't said this, but if he's interested in talking to Florida, doesn't mean he's taking the job. He's just interested in talking to Florida. And if you told me that Lane Kiffin and a handful of other coaches gossip. If you tell me that Lane Kiffin and a handful of other coaches have their ear to the ground and are like, wonder what happens there. I totally buy it. The carousel's not through moving. There are going to be new horses and dragons and stuff, ostriches opened up on the carousel. There are.
Yeah.
And some are shinier than others. When Campbell was a little kid, we used to have to wait in line over and over and over because she wanted to ride the dragon. And if the dragon got full, we'd wait in line for the carousel to turn one more time. And then when the dragon opened up and we got to it, man, it was magic.
Dragon.
Yes.
Not the unicorn.
If I recall correct. May have been Carson with the dragon. Campbell was something, though. They were similar. We had to wait to get on the right thing. And so there's a world where that's what's happening, not just with Lane, but with other people. You know, I mean,
I will say this. I mean, again, and you're right. This is not an argument or even a disagreement. It does not mean everything Lane said was a lie. It also looks really freaking weird.
In what way?
The documentary and then leaving 4 months later. It looks really weird.
Yeah.
Again, not to make it wrong, it looks really weird.
I think it's time that we're honest about the documentary.
I mean,
okay, I think it's time that the documentary was 2 things. One, I think he genuinely viewed that as an opportunity to help people. And I think it's time that we admit that this was an orchestrated cleansing of image. And that's okay.
Yeah,
it's not a criticism, but I think it's time that we acknowledge that it wasn't just altruistic, that there was another service provided by doing that. I have a very difficult time believing. I'm not accusing anybody of lying. I'm just being honest. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if someone can prove to me I'm wrong, I will come here and publicly state that I'm wrong. I have a difficult time believing that just some people at ESPN said, you know what would be a really good show? I don't buy it. I'm not saying it didn't end up being a positive show. I think there were people that absolutely benefited from Lane's story because Lane's story is a very good story.
Yeah, sure.
It's a cool story.
Yeah.
Someone who kind of put his life back together, went through a lot of adversity, had a second opportunity at being an in-person parent, and seems to be making the absolute most of it. He obviously is in phenomenal shape. He stopped drinking. He's put himself back together. I'm not saying he was broken, but you know what I mean. And seems to be a really happy person. So I mean, I do think that documentary served
it's not binary.
Right. It served a noble purpose. It also served, I remember Ginger saying this in the stream, giving credit where credit's due. I remember her saying that morning as we were talking about Ryan McGee, or I think you were with me. It might have been when you were gone. And
it might have been the day Ryan showed, which was that. Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, kind of feels like, I don't remember her exact words, but kind of a corporate cleanup a little bit.
Yeah.
And 2 things can be true at once.
Mm-hmm. And last thing, I think for real this time. Some of you guys that think whether it's this year, next year, or in 20 years that Lane leaving is like the end of Ole Miss football, you've got good people in charge. You've got a lot of money. You're an SEC program. Chill out. It's going to be all right. I mean, there's not one person that can do something somewhere. Different? Sure, but stop. I mean,
let's be real here. For
it's a little bit of like losing a relationship and going, oh my God, no one can ever make me happy. No, that's not true at all. Quit giving that level of power.
Ole Miss has Chris Beard running this basketball program. He might be one of the 3 or 4 best coaches in the country. Mike Bianco won a baseball national championship.
Yeah.
You have a women's basketball coach that just went to the Sweet 16 2 years in a row.
And they're ranked 12th in the country in the preseason.
I mean, this idea that he is the only person who can win at your football program is silly. Look, Hugh Freeze won. He blew it up, but he won. He did. I watched him. They went to Access Bowls and stuff.
And you have way more total administrative support now than then.
Yeah, you have a really good athletics director as opposed to
a robot.
Well, and you have a
chancellor.
And you have a chancellor who actually has some people skills as opposed to the guy. Y'all just don't know how much damage that dude did to your school.
Yeah, I mean, Big Vince is one person chase, and what does he rate top 3 money? And Dan Lanning at coming to Oxford. I mean, Mark Stoops makes $9 million a year. I mean, he's tied. It's more complicated than that.
And Thomas is right. This is where my supermodel thing comes into play. If you date a supermodel, other supermodels see you dating the supermodel. She probably runs in the same circles with the other supermodels because they make money modeling and stuff, right? They get together, they walk the same runway. And if they see her with you, they do think, wonder what it is about him that she likes. And then when she leaves you to go to someone that she perceives to be richer or whatever, bigger jet, better looking, I don't know. I've never been a supermodel. I don't know how they think. The other ones are going to be, hey, what's up with him?
And I think that's, and honestly, I think that's more of a basketball thing for this program whenever or whatever. If like Beard leaves for a blue blood, I think that's where that really applies in basketball, where you go, well, hell, Chris Beard went to whatever there. Okay, sure.
It applies in everything.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's just you have to have a mindset of it.
Yeah, I think Chris Beard one day is going to leave for a blue blood. I also think he's going to win a crap ton of basketball games every time until that happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is my opinion.
I agree completely.
I mean, Chris Beard believes he can win a national championship at Ole Miss.
Yes.
Full stop, period.
And here's the question, and I don't know the answer to it. And maybe at some point you ask it just directly to Lane Kiffin. Do you believe? But his answer publicly is yes.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's where
it's what is the private internal answer.
Yes.
Do you believe you can win do you believe that you can win a national championship here?
Yeah.
And if the answer to that is I'm not sure, then the next question, and it's not a public, it's private in your heart of hearts. Do you believe you can win one at
insert blank,
insert school?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Only at the end of the day, and this is why I wrote this on Sunday, and I'm right. At the end of the day, the only opinion that really matters is his.
And Ben, I love you. I appreciate you being there, but I politely push back and disagree. He says history tells me if we lose Kiffin right now, we never reach this peak again. There is no history.
Yeah, what's the history?
You're worried, but there's no evidence of that at all.
We're in year 2 or 3 of a completely new era. Again, look at the AP top 10 right now, today, as we go into late October. Indiana, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, and Ole Miss are all in the AP top 10. If I had told you in 2018 that those 4 teams would be in the top 10 going into the final week of October, you would have said, hey, have you heard about BetterHelp? Because you need some help. You're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
I firmly believe you were in the playoff last year if Henry Parrish doesn't get hurt.
Or if you don't.
That's what I think.
If you're not a distracted football team that wasn't dialed in for Kentucky in September.
Yeah.
You had the team that could have won big last year. Didn't do it, but you had the team that could have done it. I'm not criticizing. It just is what it is. I think most people have acknowledged that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You lost to a bad team, a mediocre team, and a slightly above average team. And you played one of the best programs in the country and beat the living hell out of it. Just didn't work out. But can you assemble the kind of team that can win? Yeah, it's been done last year. Hell, this year's team, if they beat Oklahoma on Saturday, has a legitimate shot at 11-1. And this is not the most talented football team in the whole history of the world. Now you got to go beat Oklahoma to do it. And if they beat Oklahoma, I mean, look, not to belabor this point, but if they beat Oklahoma, Ole Miss is going to be a double-digit favorite in its last 4 games. And if they win those 4 games, they're going to be playing no early. I mean, their season's going to go to at least December the 19th. How long would any school wait? I don't know. And if you win on the 19th, you're playing on New Year's Day. And if you win on New Year's Day, you're playing again on January the 9th, 10th, somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? I mean, that's why when people do this concrete answer thing on October the 22nd, they're simply wrong. They're cheering. Either cheering for him to stay or cheering for him to be at Florida or LSU or wherever. I don't think that answer is available right now.
Where would you guess James Franklin ends up?
Just in the last 24 hours alone, I heard 3 schools.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think.
Is Ole Miss one of them?
No.
I'm kidding.
I heard, I'll tell you what I heard. I heard Florida, Auburn, and Arkansas. Which tells me that James Franklin's doing some exploring and that those schools are exploring him. That's where we are in the cycle right now.
Which is amazing because it's October the 22nd.
But he's been fired, and 2 of the 3 schools that I named have fired their coach. And the other one's going to.
It's just a matter of days.
So, I mean, people are checking things out. Thank God I was never born in the dating profile stage, but I guess this is where you swipe left or swipe right, which I don't know which one it is.
That's Tinder, I believe.
I mean, I think that's where they kind of are. People are like checking out profiles.
We watched Jeffrey doing on the bus that time.
We did. He pissed that girl off so much. She hated him. She hated him and hated us for being.
We all ended up in the elevator the next morning. She did not look us in the eye. She looked down.
Yeah.
I need away from these heathens.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
It's poor TCU staffer.
She said, let me just tell you about these guys that cover Ole Miss. She told her friends.
Oh, God. Texas A&M fined $50,000 yesterday for and issued a public reprimand because those get really fierce for faking injuries during the game against Arkansas. Found that in a couch cushion somewhere. $50K. It's like what account we pulling that from, guys? How we sending that in to the SEC?
Cute? They want $50,000.
Here you go.
There you go, little girl.
It's a rounding error.
That's like passing by a lemonade stand. I don't want any lemonade, but here's $100. Good for you.
Somebody chuckled when they wrote the quote. We respect the SEC's decision and understand the importance of upholding the integrity of the game. While we accept the ruling, we do not agree with the decision and want to be clear that we never coach or instruct our players to feign injury.
Bullshit.
Texas A&M football remains firmly committed to the highest standards of sportsmanship, competitiveness, and integrity. We'll use this as an opportunity to review our processes and ensure we continue to represent our great university and the SEC with class and accountability.
And thank God we play LSU this week that doesn't run tempo. There you go. There's the rest of that statement.
Hey, Bob, we need the quote about we're not going to fake injuries. Can you get that out to me in the next 15, 20? Thanks. Appreciate that.
And throw in some righteous indignation while you're at it, please. Just not a lot. Just some. And remind the SEC that this is chump change and that we'll do it again when we want to, damn it.
Yes. Oh, God.
And we'll tear our goalpost down as soon as we're ready.
I will say that, I mean, I'm not getting back on the Kiffin thing. I'm just kind of covering SEC stuff right now. I started to see a little shift yesterday of at least some other names. This Florida fan base is going to freaking revolt if it's anybody but Lane.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
I mean, the media there has set themselves up for a hellaciously bad situation. If it's anybody else.
So
Whew.
we're unicorns, man. That's what you realize more and more.
Because I look up and go, God, they're not going to be able to sell Jeff Parham, who's a good football coach.
Yeah, real good.
Whew.
One's everywhere he's ever been.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, their list is like Kiffin, Franklin, Vince Lombardi's ghost.
Rockney. Yeah.
Newt Rockney.
I mean, good. God.
Nick Saban.
Yeah. No
Terry Saban.
No coordinators on that list.
No. Hell no. Kirby Smart. Dan Lanning. They mentioned Lanning. Like Lanning's leaving Oregon now to go to Florida.
Look, it's been a bad time for them. I think they won, 3 titles between 96 and 08, and then it's been...
Well, look, whether it's Lane Kiffin or anyone else, that person is going to sit down with the people in Gainesville or on a Zoom call and say, explain to me why so-and-so lost. Why did they fail? Why did Billy Napier fail so miserably? Because he didn't fail at Louisiana Lafayette. Why did he fail so miserably there?
Florida does not get the credit for being a dumpster fire from a shareholders, trustees standpoint.
No.
Complete dumpster fire.
Yeah.
All these chefs and can't get the money straight. I mean, the Jade Rashada thing happened at Florida, guys.
Yeah.
Go back and read those stories again.
That's why I don't necessarily think that just because he has the conversation with them that he takes the job. I think those are two different conversations. If he has any sense at all, and I think Lane does have sense, he will ask questions like, why has this been such a dumpster fire? Why are you so disorganized? Why were you so behind in the NIL space? Why did Billy Napier, who he knows, they coached together in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Billy Napier, who is well thought of in coaching circles, this is the part with fans don't get this part and they shouldn't. They're not connected to coaches and stuff. People think very highly of Billy Napier.
They do.
He won very big at Louisiana Lafayette, dominated the Sun Belt, which is a tough league. Dominated it. And since he left, Louisiana Lafayette has fallen off.
They have.
He failed miserably at Florida. Why? You have to ask that question. And I don't know what the answer is. The answer, he might get a satisfactory answer. But whoever it is going to ask that question. It's not like LSU, for example, where they go, well, look, we made a bad hire. We hired somebody that's just a bad cultural fit. But everybody else has won before. Saban won.
Yeah.
Orgeron won.
Yeah, sure.
Les Miles won.
Yeah, whatever.
We got all the tools are here to win.
Yeah.
We made a bad hire.
Yeah. It was on us.
Yeah. It wasn't you, it was us.
Yeah.
In Florida, you go, you guys have run through some really good coaches here lately. What's up with that, right? In a world where Texas opens up, I think people have to go, well, why did Sarkisian fail? How did he get? Why couldn't you win? You've got all these things. Why couldn't you win? Is it because
consistently?
Is it because no one can shut the boosters up? Because you got to remember, look at the program that Lane runs at Ole Miss. It's not a democracy. It's not a republic. It's a monarchy. Lane doesn't do I'm not picking on him either. This is the way he does it. He doesn't do the baby circuit. He's not running around kissing boosters' ass and stuff. He just, no. Gets what he wants, tells what he wants, gets what he wants, and does his thing.
Oh, way less than Saban did. Saban would go do a lot more of the stuff. He hated every minute of it, but he'd do it.
Despised it. Yeah, but yeah. So, how does all that work?
Lane doesn't play in every pro-am in the tri-state area.
No, at all. So, it's just... That's why I just tell people, slow your roll. See what
That's what I meant by breathe, but we didn't get there.
Well, you
screwed it up.
You told everybody to breathe, and then I go, oh my God, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean it's okay?
Tell me it's okay. Anyway, AnySpark, fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available. Whether you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends, they offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. That's up from 1 previously. To learn more, register for service, nespark.com. AnySpark, get connected. Stay Local.
We're presented by the College Corner. It's Navy this week in Norman. Ends and stuff like that. Plenty of polos, tees, sweatshirts, quarter zips in stock. More than 4,000 square feet of the best Rebel gear in Oxford. Don't fight the traffic on the Square or Jackson Avenue. Instead, go to their new location at the Oxford Commons right across from the secret Chick-fil-A. Plenty of parking. Staff's going to have you in and out, ready for the Grove, ready for the stadium, ready for the pavilion in no time. All the brands you're looking for. Nike, Horn Legend, Champion, Antigua, to name a few. You can also stop by their other locations, one in Ridgeland, one in Flowood. You can also go to collegecornerstore.com. We're brought to you by Kaiser Flooring. Kaiser Flooring, where you can kick up the cozy in your home this season with new floors from Kaiser Flooring. They have certified installers. They do phenomenal work. They communicate incredibly well. They take care of you. They're not destructive in your house. They're mindful of the fact that you live there. Ask me how I know. They've come in here and did just tremendous work. We absolutely love it. They'll do the same thing for you. It's kaiserflooring.com, locations in Oxford and Batesville. Call Argent Welts, 401k Advisory Services team today. They'll conduct a complimentary, no-obligation benchmarking and analysis of your current 401k plan. Mention that you heard about Argent Wealth on BlueSky Live on MPW Digital. Get 10% off your first year's fees. And we're brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. John's part of Virtuoso. It's a worldwide network of travel partners that allows him to supply his clients with added values, unique benefits, simply not available to regular travelers. Get in touch with him, give him some parameters, give him a budget, and he'll give you some options that you're just not going to find on your own. 901-494-3387 or send him an email, jedwards@regencytravel.net.
Podcast is brought to you by the Jackson Graber Group and GMFS Mortgage. John Graber in Oxford, local trusted mortgage lender right here in town. Help all home buyers with first home, new construction, refinance. Graduated from Oxford, Ole Miss alum. Local in-house processing, underwriting, and servicing. Don't have to worry about somebody that doesn't understand your market or is outside region. Wide range of loan options, including conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, and more. Licensed across multiple states. Buying a home, refinancing, or just questions. That's gmfsmortgage.com/JGG 662-762-4502. Podcast also brought to you by Horn Legend. HornLegend.com. Got another order on the way. Got some custom stuff coming. And hey, it was pretty brisk out this morning. Need those vests, need those sports shirts, those pullovers. Tons of good-looking stuff. Even some stuff I didn't know was there until Neal requested it the other day, and I started looking in some of those collections, looking around. He got deep in the website when he was looking around.
I'm thorough.
It was very thorough. A lot of stuff there. HornLegend.com. Picking PW Digital on the drop-down. Appreciate those guys, and you will appreciate their material. Again, HornLegend.com. All right. You okay over there?
Yeah. I actually pulled up
what
Graham Hall's story.
Oh God,
where he quotes me.
I can't read it if I were you. It's like almost hearing myself talk. I don't. No, I'm good. You don't read the comments, Neal. It's Internet 101. You don't read the comments.
Boy, some of those Florida people are living in the past too.
Oh, the entire fan base.
I mean, wow.
They suck.
They're mad.
They suck. I mean, seriously. If we did like this thought project, when you got to move somewhere and you got to like be a fan of another fan base and whatnot, like they might be the very last bottom of the list in the league. You go, hey, you have all your normal faculties and whatever, but you got to start cheering and living among some fan base. I think they're dead last. And I didn't think that. I would rather go do the freaking war chant in A&M, I think, than hang out with those people.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think so. Because A&M people are nice.
They are. They're nice.
They're just kind of weird.
They're weird as hell, but they're nice.
They're nice. Caroline was talking about that. She was at a place the other night with a bunch of A&M fans, and they were really nice.
I mean, let me think. Who's in that group?
With the worst?
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to be a Tennessee fan. I'd believe in Danny. I think they're winning at everything. But yeah. Orange is a hard color to pull off in wardrobe, too.
I mean, all fans have nut jobs, but there are some fan bases that are just nicer than others.
Oh, God, yes. Jesus. Oh. I mean, they do 2 bits as like this renowned cheer. 2 bits. Yeah, we all heard it. We all did it in junior high. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I glanced through that. I got away. That's enough. I don't need more of that.
What?
Just people. I got called a lot of names just then.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I did that years and years and years ago. I'd gone over. I was being the nice rivals guy when I'm going to go answer some questions, and I went over to the A&M board and I was like, "Hey, if you guys want to talk, we'll talk." Oh boy,
No.
God, I ended up in the wrong neighborhood after dark. Boy, whoo, a lot of stuff coming my way on that one.
I don't think sports is a happy place anymore. I've told you that for a long time. You have a better chance of having a civil conversation talking about the No
If
Kings
Ole Miss
protest.
feels good about Lane staying and Ole Miss beats Florida, which Tom Petty song are they going to play as the game ends on that Saturday?
Ooh. Now, if you do it, you better know.
Is it Won't Back Down or Free Falling?
Free falling.
Okay.
But you better know.
You better know.
Like, I don't mean not your percentages. I don't mean 98.
You better have that thing in blood somewhere, probably at that point.
That deal's signed.
I know Texas people are crazy and insane, but I just can't make myself completely hate them for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I sort of get their arrogance. You know what I mean? You kind of get the arrogance.
And you have to deal with A&M people.
Yeah. I mean, I generally sort of like everyone, but man, the Florida thing's been interesting the last few days.
Those cats.
I mean, man.
Between that and Florida State Twitter, oh boy.
Yeah, I don't go there.
And they suck too.
I mean, there's a reason I just watch The Office. I'm watching The Paper now. It's very good.
Is it legitimately good?
It's really good.
You're not bothered. You're not bothered that you've worked on a paper, so you get how things work, and it bugs you.
I'm able to let it go because it's funny.
Okay.
It's light. It's funny.
That kind of stuff bothers me in a way that I have a hard time with it sometimes.
I'm watching that, and I'm watching season 2 of Starting 5 on Netflix, which has been really, really good. And so I'm good. I don't need anything else. I don't need toxicity in my world where I go search for it.
Yeah, Florida will it will be the coach's fault. No matter if they run through 14 coaches who all were great everywhere else and then they don't win, it will still be the coach's fault. There is no inward perspective.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, they're the guy that's gained 30 pounds that's now in his 60s going to the bar going, nope, I don't understand why the 23-year-old, it's her problem that she's not interested.
Yep.
Look at my checkbook. Yeah, I would tell my social media people too. We better be careful with that final game tweet.
Yeah, because this one could come back to haunt us. Just be cool. Unless you know.
Final, period. Ole Miss 31, Florida 20.
Next. Up next, Mississippi State.
Week off, some sort of little play on that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, A&M put the Harley out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was uncool.
Ooh.
So I had a mailbag question on that. At what point, and I've got to stop with freeze too. At what point do you stop making someone just constantly reminding someone of like the stupid stuff?
I find some of them really clever. Not that one, but in general, I find some really clever. And this is me turning in my 40s. I get kind of bothered by the social media official accounts having sarcastic personalities.
Same.
I find some really clever and funny, and I laugh. And yet, because there's a difference in, like, a good example. Something like that, I kind of go, I don't know. Like Arizona and Arizona State are really bad at going at each other. Like, gets real personal in their social media accounts. So I'm like, I don't know. That's not the same as, like, I really thought I think it was the Panthers, Carolina, their graphic, which was clever, really funny, and like, okay, that's whatever, but it's not a shot at anybody. Like, so when they beat the Cowboys a couple weeks ago, it was just, obviously Cowboys, just something to hang your hat on, and it was an L with a cowboy hat on it. And I thought that's really clever, and nobody's upset. Like,
Right.
that's not, hey, here's the Harley and the whole deal. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I get a little. Yeah, Shane Matthews was out of his freaking gourd. That was the weirdest thing ever. Well, and then, I mean, I know it's our guy at times, but Michael Bratton, what the hell?
I didn't
Did you
see
see
it.
this?
No.
Said that Ole Miss lost 3 coaches to other programs, so they're not really giving Lane everything he wants, and he's not sure that ever happens at Florida. It's like, you don't think Florida's lost an assistant to somebody else?
I mean, of course they have.
What the hell are we talking about?
Right.
And then he like doubled and tripled and quadrupled down of no, Florida wouldn't have that happen to them. It's like, what are you doing?
It's one of the most dysfunctional athletic departments in the country.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane Matthew was basically like, I grew up an Ole Miss guy, and Ole Miss will never be. It's like, yeah, in the 80s, like you're being.
Well, I mean, I said that in my deal with Graham Hall. I said, 10 years ago, was Florida a better job than Ole Miss? Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think it's at 100,000,000%. Yes.
It's not there anymore.
It's a different era now. People are doing this. Well, look at the recruiting rankings. Really?
Yeah, I mean,
that's not how Lane builds his program. You're going to be really disappointed. Whether you think he should or shouldn't, he doesn't do the recruiting thing the way that other people do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I'm sure. I'm just telling you, he doesn't do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, Tuplow's right. Oregon sucked in the 80s. They don't suck now.
God, they used to be. Remember, they used to do this bottom 10 thing, and Oregon was always in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Always in it. No, if you told somebody in the 80s that the national top 10 would include Oregon, Indiana, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt.
Georgia Tech would be the only one where they kind of went, oh, yeah, because, I mean, hell, they were good.
But they weren't that good.
No.
They weren't national top 10. So I don't know. We'll see. I think Saturday, like you said, I think you said it really well. Saturday's a huge game from mood standpoint.
Oh.
Because if Ole Miss loses, it's going to be a really bad mood. If Ole Miss wins, you got to screw. Look. I'm going to say it again.
You got to put it away.
If you win, you've got to screw up to not go 11-1. I mean, let's review this again. You play South Carolina. Shane's embattled right now. They suck. They're literally harassing Mike Shula on campus, former Ole Miss candidate. After that, you play the Citadel. I'm sure they're fine young men. They're 1-6. After that, you play the Florida team we just got through talking about. And then you play Mississippi State. 3 of those games are at home. If you win Saturday, you got to screw up not to be hosting a playoff game in Oxford. I mean, you have to suffer a colossal loss.
Yes. I mean,
if you don't win Saturday, if you win Saturday and you don't make the playoff, it will be because you committed maybe the worst choke job in modern college football history. Saturday's that big. Because if you lose to Oklahoma, going to get weird. It just is. Things are going to get a little, with all this stuff hanging in the background and the debate about resumes is going to come up. It's going to be a little, it's going to feel a little nasty.
Yeah. Take our final break, come back, finish it up. Chicory Market, chicorymarket.com. Remember, even though they're on the road this weekend, their deadline for tailgating for South Carolina, their tailgating orders, noon Friday for that. They make it easy. Head on in, see all the things they have to offer. Go to chicorymarket.com. You see what their offerings are there as well. You can get all those different items. You get everything from small things to big things. They have tons of different options there for you. Again, chicorymarket.com. Go ahead and get those orders in now. and they will help you out as we as we move forward for another home game here soon. Then Josh Hill Creamery, located inside Chicory Market, they take orders the week of the game. Cheeses, condiments, make them locally and in-house every single day. So we actually picked up a few yesterday. We were Chicory and Johnston Hill. So again, right there, Midtown Shopping Center. If you're local, just get organic, local produce and much more. Again, Chicory Market and Johnston Hill Creamery.
Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. Need to stock up for your trip to Oklahoma, or if you're hanging out here over the weekend and you're going to watch the games, get some Parish Brewing Company products. You'll be glad you did. Fantastic stuff. The doctor is in, Dr. Juice. It's a highly crushable IPA. They've got Ghost in the Machine, Pilsner, Oktoberfest, much, much more. Wherever you look for beer, look for Parish Brewing Company. There's a mailbag up at rebels247.com. It's presented by Art Hayes of Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you as a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss. Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com. And if you're looking for your new favorite Ole Miss hat, look no further. Hovey hats are high-quality headwear that will have your friends asking where you got them. Take a look at their collection of Ole Miss hats at Hovey, Hovi, drygoods.com. Grab your new favorite hat at Hovey. It's made for Rebs by Rebs.
Do you struggle with procrastinating? You know, when you put off doing something, it saves you a ton. Used to be a huge procrastinator until I heard about Mint Mobile's best deal of the year. It's ending soon. 50% off unlimited premium wireless for new customers. Stop overspending with big wireless. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month when you switch. Mint Mobile plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. Don't miss out on 3 months of limited premium wireless from Mint Mobile for $15. Quit stalling and start saving when you make the switch. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/MPW. That's mintmobile.com/MPW. Upfront payment, $45 required, equivalent to $15 per month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. ESPN discussing if the Eagles have an A.J. Brown problem this morning.
Well, they kind of do.
They kind of do.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. I've not kept up with it at all, but yes.
He's very vocal about being
very frustrated.
Yes.
But Jalen Hurts can't throw right now, and it's a bit of a problem.
AJ is being a wide receiver right now.
Yes. Were you open? Yes.
Yes. Why are you not throwing me the ball?
Yes.
You're not throwing me the ball enough. It is a you problem.
Yes.
I want said ball.
I was open.
I was open. I've been open. I want said ball thrown to me.
Yes.
That makes him an NFL wide receiver.
Wideouts and corners.
Yes.
They're nuts.
Nuts. Yes.
That's all there is to it.
And AJ's a good dude. Off the field, he's sane.
He's great. Yeah,
on the field, he's an idiot. I mean, they're all the same. So it is what it is.
I think my favorite move in professional sports is when the ball is thrown either 20 yards over the receiver or the receiver drops it and the corner does the incomplete thing and celebrates. And it's like, hold on, back up.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Nothing?
They're not saying. Yeah, you just have to throw that out. Those people are living in a different world. I don't even judge.
Oh, God.
I mean, when the corner does that thing, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, you won. Technically, you won.
Incomplete.
Good for you.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, and it can be like one play after he gave up a 40-yard play, and he's like, no fly zone. And you're like, okay, good for you. You probably have to think that way to play that position at that level. You probably can't be like, hey, I'm a normal person who's conscious of what's going on and I'm responsible. No.
A little bit of confusion. Sunday's exhibition against St. Mary's is completely free for all non-floor seats. So, yeah, it's open admission. Come sit be merry, watch the Gales and the Rebels on Sunday at 11:30. So yeah, there's no admission unless you have premium seating.
Right.
So yeah, you're
everywhere but the floor.
Correct.
Right.
Everything but the floor for that. I think the women play later in the day.
2:00.
Is it 2? Oh, it's right after.
Right after.
Oh, like
apparently
right
so.
there.
Yep.
Okay, good. Tom Izzo is very pissed by the new eligibility rules that allow G League players to come back and play college basketball. He's very frustrated.
I'm kind of with him.
I'm with Tom on this one. Yeah. He is. He's angry about this.
I mean, you can go play professionally and then come back and play college?
To me, it's ridiculous. To me, it's embarrassing. Part of his quote.
Yeah, I agree.
He gave. This is a little bit on the heels of G League guard London Johnson committing to Louisville. The 21-year-old spent last season with the G League, with the Maine Red Claws and the Cleveland Charge.
I saw the Maine Red Claws arena.
Did you?
I did.
Expected to have 2 years of eligibility remaining. Also was with the Ignite at one point. So,
yeah, you shouldn't be able to play professionally and then go back and play college.
It's opening up quite the precedent.
I mean, what happens if you play in the NBA and it doesn't work out?
That's what I mean.
You get to come back and play college and try again? How's that work? I just love when they say I have an upcoming event. Oh, SEC Football Weekly Media.
Oh.
Today's probably a day to be on it.
Think so?
Yeah, probably he's going to get asked, maybe.
You think so?
National people, maybe.
Saying what?
He won't say anything. I won't talk about those things. I'm flattered, blah, 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 but I almost have to listen to it just in case.
Okay. What are you going to pick tomorrow? Because I have absolutely no idea.
As of right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Oklahoma.
Okay.
Hope I'm wrong.
4.5.
Yeah. Life is easier if I'm wrong.
Oh.
I don't want to be right. I picked Georgia by 10 last week. It's close.
I think I picked them by 11.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on multiple games. I'm torn on, as crazy as it sounds, I'm kind of torn on Texas A&M at LSU. There's a part of me that thinks this is LSU's like last stand and they get one done. I'm a little torn on the Mississippi State at home against Texas game. Part of me just kind of feels like Mississippi State. Like rationally, I think Texas because they're still pretty good defensively. And they're alive. Like Texas is still alive. I'm a little torn, not nearly as much on Auburn, Arkansas. I think I'm going with Auburn.
Yeah.
Although if you told me, like I always do this deal with me. If you told me Arkansas won, am I surprised? No, not really. Right? If you told me Mississippi State won, am I surprised? Kinda. If you told me LSU won, beat Texas A&M, knocked them off, that SEC Shorts is doing the Aggie thing on Monday, am I surprised?
Yeah.
Not really.
Somebody has some schedule. Hand raise guys around 4:30 today, not tomorrow. Today for that. Just FYI. I'm gonna close here. A little periphery, sort of.
We're gonna have a programming note. Butcher versus the spin instructor, dance instructor was yesterday instead of today, like it normally is. I know it's a small audience, but there is a loyal audience to that show. And then the Josh Hendrickson show, we're gonna try to get started 2:30, 2:45. We have a guest joining us at about 3:15. We're going to be done with that show by 4 so that Chase and I can get started soon thereafter. And then I'll tape with Pete tonight. We'll talk about Oklahoma, and I'll get that, probably live stream it. Not live stream it. I'll probably roll it live early tomorrow. That's the plan.
Sorry.
Something wrong?
Define something wrong. All right. Last thing, kind of peripherally connected to Jackson Dart. So I guess last week, Sean Payton gave a quote, said, "I have a ton of respect for the Giants organization. Spent 4 of my early years there coordinating a Super Bowl. First game in the stadium before 9/11, close with the Marin Tisch family. They found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to Mara not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game. Russell Wilson, pissed off, says classless, but I'm not surprised. Didn't realize you were still bounty hunting 15 years later through the media. To Sean Payton.
Come on.
I'm kind of team Payton here. He was not offensive toward Russell Wilson.
Not at all. He was complimentary of Jackson Dart and saying, I kind of hope they wait until after our game to make that move. That was a fun game, by the way. I mean, I hated it for the Giants to end the way that it did.
I'm telling you, Jackson is making me care about the Giants right now in a way that I was not necessarily expecting. Like, that sucked at the end. I was like, crap, I hate that. Because I hate the pick. I mean, Jackson was really dumb on that pick.
Yeah, it was rookie.
It was a rookie.
Rookie pick.
33 points in one quarter.
They were strong. And then Denver's
spunky.
They're spunky, yeah. And Sean's such a good coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's all right. Yeah. So, okay. Hand raise guys later. Rebels 24/7 wrote about John Mateer. Probably we'll write about their defense later today or tomorrow. We got our normal stuff. Neal's picks out tomorrow. We'll talk to Jeffrey in the morning, and then we'll go from there. So, hey, hope everyone is doing well. Stay safe. Read the message board, all the stuff, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.